Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Taylor Swift is learning the downsides of the UK weather if the latest video from her Eras tour is anything to go by. In a clip captured by a fan, the 34-year-old American singer wipes her nose while striding forward on stage during an Edinburgh performance. As her hand returns to her side, there appears to be some kind of fluid hanging off her finger. Ever the professional, she then light touches her green skirt with the same hand, potentially in a bid to get rid of whatever it was. 8JackSCN, who posted the video, jokingly wrote alongside the clip, "The UK weather really got our tay-tay." The comments section was filled with fans, who appreciate the human moment. The UK weather really got our tay-tay, sneezing face, hashtag Taylor Swift, hashtag Therastour, hashtag Edinburgh number 1989, hashtag wildest dreams, hashtag FYP, hashtag for you. I love these kind of videos of her cause it reminds is that she's just like us. Tay-tay, I love you even more, wrote Venezia U. Nini Hansen remarked, OMG, she is human. She's human, lol. She doesn't have a tissue on stage. What is she supposed to do? Asked Janelle Lohner. In a separate video, Taylor, this time in a different costume of a black jumpsuit, which only covered one leg, once again touches her nose and then immediately wipes her hand. Fan X Christine, who shared the moment on TikTok, heaped praise on Taylor for managing to brave the 8 Celsius temperature, and called her grace personified. The open-air Mayfield Stadium may have provided a slight challenge for Taylor, but she managed to keep the crowds thoroughly entertained over the 2 nights. Grace personified at Taylor Swift at Taylor Nation, hashtag TS The Eras Tour, hashtag Edinburgh TS The Eras Tour, hashtag Swiftie, hashtag Edinburgh 1, hashtag Eras Tour. The unseasonably cold weather isn't the only curveball Taylor has contended with during her sold-out concerts. Taylor chose to stop singing but continued to play the guitar in Scotland after she realized a fan was in distress. Need help right in front of me please, she announced. She's right in front of me, just gonna keep playing until we notice where it is, right there. I'm just gonna keep playing till somebody helps them, then I'm going to keep singing the song. Once the fan was given assistance, she launched back into the song. However, later she only again needed to pause after getting a cramp in her hand. Also on the June 7th performance, 2 fans got engaged, and earlier in the year, an attendee began having contractions, but in a true testament to her love for the artist, she danced through the pain. It's all happening at Taylor's gigs. US News. Company UK's reporter and lifelong Swiftie Danny Scott was one of the 70,000 people present for the first UK date, and described it as feeling like a religious experience. I'm not ashamed to say I cried multiple times, she reflected. Donald Trump calls Taylor Swift unusually beautiful and can't believe she's liberal. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour UK set list and surprise song predictions. Man charged with voyeurism after arrest at Edinburgh Taylor Swift show. Taylor Swift fans panic after huge UK radio makes historic announcement. The entirety of Edinburgh was buzzing as Swiftie mania took over. Devoted fans didn't let a little thing like not having a ticket stop them from getting involved either. Instead, they gathered around the stadium with picnic blankets and danced to the music. Taylor may want to invest in some kind of sparkly coat as her UK visits continue this month with stops in Liverpool, Cardiff, London, and Dublin. She will then return once again to the UK in August after completing more gigs across Europe and will perform 5 more times at Wembley Stadium before heading to Canada in November after a break. Hopefully, it will have brightened up a little bit by then. More, Kate Winslet almost wasn't cast in Titanic because of director James Cameron. More, Nicolas Cage's repulsive new horror movie dubbed scariest film of the decade. More, I'm sick of seeing Johnny Depp's face all over London.